Hello everyone, so here we have the before look. It's a grown out short graduation, and this is the finished look. That's the side and that's the back. If you want to learn how to do this haircut, then obviously continue watching. So here is the before look. As you can see, the hair has grown out quite a bit. It's lost all of its shape. So we're just going to give the client a nice shampoo and condition. And we're going to separate the hair or section it into areas to help you see your guidelines a little bit better. What I like to do is, for short hair, I always tend to do like a halo, starting at the top, kind of eyebrow all the way around to the other side, making sure it's the same width both sides. And I'm going to start with the exterior part of the haircut. So that's the outside of the haircut. So I'm just going to get the length right here. So I know that my client would like it over the ear. I'm just confirming that with my client rather than keeping it longer. So we want to cut it as close as what we can. Try not to obviously cut the client's ear because they don't stop bleeding. So you've got to take it slowly and keep it as close to the ear. So comb it towards the ear and hold the ear out the way as you cut down. And then just double check what you've done looks okay. This haircut is a short graduation, which means it will be shorter at the bottom, gradually getting longer on top. So this client did actually want her hair shorter. She said it was getting too long for her to handle. Got a few neck hairs there that I can just take off now, but later you can use the clippers just to take off the full amount. You're just getting the basics off there. So I'm just doing a basic close cut on the skin, just putting the hair really close to the skin and cutting it straight across. And I'm just going to kind of copy what I did last time. So what I did on the right hand side, I'm now going to mirror image on the left. So combing it forward first of all, and then combing it down and then around the ears. As you can see, you're combing it close to the ears and then cutting it as close as what you can possibly get. And don't cut the ear. This top bit you kind of comb downwards. So that's your basic outline of the haircut. And I'm just going to balance check now just to make sure that they are the same left and right. If they are a little bit different, then you can go in and adjust. So the points seem to be the same. Now I'm just going to go in and layer. So I'm taking orange sections and I'm using my guideline. You probably can't see, but I'm actually using my guideline, which is by my fingertips, which is the shortest area which has been cut. So it was your original outline. So I'm just going to work in panels. Keeping it close to the head. I'm just going to cross check it. Pulling it up the other way, so I cut it downwards first of all. Now I'm checking it acrossways. So So cutting it vertically, checking it horizontally. What I did to the right hand side, I'm then going to do to the left. You can see the guideline right at the tips of my fingers there, which is the shortest part of the hair. And my fingers are slightly angled outwards so that you get that extension from short to long. If my fingers were parallel to the head, that would be a uniform haircut. But I'm doing a short graduation, so it's slightly pulling it out. And then I'm just going to cross check. Just balance checking the whole haircut there, cross checking the haircut, making sure it's fine. Once this is all done at the bottom, then you'll be okay to move up the head and work on the bits of hair which is in the clip at the moment. So we're just going as short as what we can do at the bottom. So really taking it in tight, cutting it into the palm of my hand. Now it's hard to cut into the palm of your hand when you go on the other side. So I turn my hand the other direction and I cut from the fingertips up to the palm of my hand. So it's the same angle, but I just have to hold my hand differently because I can't do the same angle as I go around the head. So just cross-checking there. You can do a little bit of scissor over comb. Take it nice and short. You could even put the clippers in at a number 3 and take it even shorter if you wanted to. Just at the bottom, not high, just at the bottom. You could clipper it. And then we've got a little bit of scissor over comb, making sure there's no hair which is loose or hung over. Now I'm ready to work on a top section, so I'm going to work in panels. So I need to blend this bit that I've just pulled down in with what I've already cut, but I've got to also make sure that I extend it. So I don't want it to be cut parallel, because yet again that's your uniform haircut. I'm just cutting it at an angle. And I'm just doing orange sections all the way round, and then cross check. So I'm just making sure that it's blended in top and bottom. Once I'm happy, I can move forward, taking another inch in like a panel. Clip away the hair that you don't want. And copy what you just did, extending that angle out a little bit more. So you're just taking the tips off. Orange sections as you go around the head, and then cross check. So I can just point cut to cross check. Checking it horizontally, and then moving forward. Next panel, doing exactly the same. Now if you do want it longer at the front, you have to really pull it back, but my client likes it kind of short, so I'm going to continue lifting it up to the ceiling. So if you want a longer fringe, you have to pull it back. I'm just pulling it up to ceiling because my client wants it a bit shorter. So just point cutting all the way round, cross check, balance check, move forward. Now I'm pulling this front bit back, just because my client's hair is quite fine, and I can come around the front in a minute and actually cut. So you can see that angle there. It goes longer at the front because I've pulled it back. So I haven't cut her fringe yet because the fringe has to be pulled forward, and you need to cut it at 0 degrees, which is on her forehead. So decide with your client how much you actually want taken off. Decide the direction that your client goes. Do they go to the right, left, or have it forward? I think it's nice for the maturer ladies to have it kind of shorter one side, gradually getting longer at an angle on their face. So a bit like a sweeping side fringe. I'm just going to go over the haircut now and just double check everything is perfect. Cut off anything that might be overhanging. Cross check, double check. You can texturize, you can thin, you could razor, you can clipper at the bottoms as well. And just personalise this haircut for you. So I've just got the clippers out now. I'm just going to shave away any loose neck hairs. And I've also used the thinning scissors and a bit of texturising as well. So she's had the full shebang on her hair. The more texture in it, the longer it will last. If you keep everything club cut and quite heavy, it will grow out very quickly. Now it's time to get ready with the blow dry. Make sure you sweep up first before you blow dry, otherwise hair goes absolutely everywhere and it is a bit slippery as well. So the product that I like to use, this one is Techniarch, it's full volume mousse. So I'm going to put some mousse on my client. It's quite strong, this product. I probably put a little bit too much on this client because her hair is very fine. So it makes it a bit harder to blow dry. So we're just going to use a small round brush blow dry. And try and get as much volume in as we can. So root lift and a bit of a bend. And just make her feel and look a little bit younger. Not so much of an old-fashioned hairstyle. So I'm just round brush blow drying and try and get some lift and some curl on there. And I've got quite a small, I think it's size 13 brush I'm using, which is a Hedgehog classic brush. So recognising you've got a front and back section, so making sure that the back section is all going backwards, and then the front section will be coming forwards, maybe with a slight angle on it. That's it, lots of volume in the blow dry. Try and get the root lift in there. Decide what direction that you want to go. That's it, I'm just finger drying it off a little bit just because the mousse was really tacky. I think I put far too much in, so we're just trying to separate the strands with a little bit of a finger dry, giving it a bit of direction. Once you've got the perfect look, make sure it's lovely, and then you can finish it off with some hairspray. That's it, double check any areas that might need to be cut. Some areas might need to be thinned out, just so it's not so heavy once it's dry. So I'm just texturising the hair here by holding it up through the comb and point cutting it. That's it, just finishing it off, dusting off all the loose hair, making sure there's no little stragglers anywhere. Sometimes when you remove the cape, you see even longer hair underneath the cape, so you have to take that off as well. Just using a flexible hairspray, nothing too sticky, nothing too heavy. But you can see that it's nice and short around the nape area, gradually getting longer. And the client was happy with it, which is the main thing. Client satisfaction. There we go, just double checking it's all nice and neat before finishing. And this is the finished look. There we go. She's got no colour on her hair, that's a natural hair colour, it's very lovely.